Hello, and welcome to Chapter 8, Part 2 of How to Read and Study the Bible using the Olivetree Bible app. And today we're going to talk about the search button up here on the top right side of my iPad. And so let's look at that right now. If we click on this search button, we see, let me go back to the beginning of it. We see it looks pretty simple, but don't be fooled by its simplicity. It's really a very powerful search tool. And that search tool is designed to search whatever resource we happen to have open in our reading pane here. Right now I have a Bible open, but if I had a commentary open, it would search the commentary or a dictionary or whatever I happen to have open. So let's get at it. Okay, the top line of our search feature here is where we would enter our search parameters for whatever word or words we would like to search for. So that's where we would type in the word pray or the word holy or whatever it is you're looking for. The second line here is where we want to search in that research, in that resource. So down here, we have a section called Default Search Range. And we can search the entire Bible, which comes up usually by default, search the entire Bible. Or we can change it to just search the Old Testament. We can click on the New Testament and just search the New Testament so that whatever word we put up here will only search in the New Testament and only give us results from that search in the New Testament. Or we can go down and search for, these are pre-made categories. We can search for the category of law. We can search under history, Psalms, wisdom, prophets. We can search just the four Gospels. We can search Acts, all epistles, Pauline epistles, or Revelation. Also, in addition to those pre-made, predefined search filters, we can also click on this button here and create our own custom search range. So let's click on that, which is really useful. So, for example, if I'm doing a project and I want to search just on Genesis and Exodus, I can click on those two books and come up here and give my range a title and call it whatever I want to call it. Let's just call it Genesis, Exodus. So now I can do a search in just those two books. So let's go back, and now I can see that I've created under custom, create custom search range, Genesis, Exodus search range, and that is above this section, default search filters, which is my Old Testament, my New Testament, the whole Bible or whatever. So these are all the pre-made ones down here, and above that line, this little gray line here, is all my custom ones. So I can create another custom one if I want, and let's create another custom one, and this time let's just do Genesis, Joshua, and Ruth. And so I can go up here and give it a name. And we'll call it Genesis, Josh, and Ruth, or whatever it is you want to call it. Now, if we go back, we can say, we can see that we have created another custom search range. So if I click this back arrow up here and go back to the beginning of our search options, I click in something here. Let's say pray. I can choose where I want to search for this word pray. I can search the whole Bible. I can search the Old Testament, New Testament, any one of these choices, or I can choose one of my custom ranges that I created. So I clicked on the bottom one, Genesis and Exodus, and I got 8 results searching for the word pray in the books Genesis and Exodus. Okay, whoop, let me go back. Sorry, I hit a button by accident. Let's do that again. Pray in Genesis and Exodus. So we have 8 results, and it shows me where each of these are. So, and it gives me a link to it. So if I want to go to the first one, which the first instance of the word pray in Genesis is in 20 verse 7, I can just click on that and it'll take me right to it. And any search result, no matter what I'm searching for or where, search results are highlighted in green for you so you can easily see where that word is in my resource, in this case, in my Bible. So, and then all of the resources, in this case, there were 8 of them. I can go down and I would see other ones that are in the search results. So the fastest way to do that is go back to my search icon, and it'll show me where the next instance is. So the next verse that came up in the search results for the word pray is 32:11. So that's where that is. And it works like that for all 8 of the verses. Now I see I only have 2 in 2 times the word pray in the 1984 NIV, and then there's 6 in Exodus. So I can click on any one of those if I want to go to those. Or I can go back, click on this arrow, and change my search parameters from right now, the one is current is Genesis Exodus, or I can do Genesis Joshua and Ruth. And now I see I only have 2. So the word pray does not show up in the book of Ruth or in the book of Joshua. Interesting. So I probably wouldn't have guessed that. Or we can go back and choose any one of these others. The word pray shows up 5 times in the book of Psalms. So that's how that works. So let's get rid of that word pray and go back here and look at some of our other search options. So if we click on this, this is where we can create the custom filters. And let's go back one more. And if we want to edit this section, we can get rid of these. So I'm just going to get rid of these because they were for demo purposes only. And that's how you can clean up your custom searches. After a while, I ended up having a lot of them in there. So let's go back to here and click on search options again. So this is where it gets a little more complicated, and you don't really need these. I don't use them very often, but if you want to use them, I just want you to know they're there. You can set a search range on here. You can look at your search history on here, which is really cool if you want to look at your search history, or you can clear it if you want. And you can add search commands. Now this is where it gets to be a little bit advanced, but you can add or you can add different types of ways to filter your search down. These are technically called Boolean searches, and they add code to the search. So if you wanted more information on how to, most people will probably never use these, but if you did want to use these, there is information at the Olivetree.com website on their help page on how to use these. So I'm just going to go back and show you where that is real quick, just so you know. So if you click on the hamburger item, which we looked at in, I think, chapter 7, if we click on the hamburger thing, we go down to help, and we go to online help articles. This is going to take us right to the help articles for whatever device we're on. And if you remember, we went over this in chapter 7. But if we go back to this menu here, we can go backwards to device help, which is all devices, because it just came up iPad and iPhone because I'm on an iPad, so it went directly to the help that would most benefit me. But we can go back to device help if we want, and that'll give us all the devices. We can go back one step further to Olivetree help, which is the main help page in Olivetree, which you can also get to just by going to the Olivetree website. And on here, if you scroll down, there's under Advanced App Features, there's an article here on Olivetree Advanced Search Syntax. So if you click on that, that'll open up and it'll give you information on how to use the Olivetree Advanced Searches. So I just wanted you to know where that is. We're not going to go into that detail right now, but I just wanted you to know where it is. And this search feature is very powerful. You can create custom searches, and you can save them. You can name them anything you want, and you can search virtually anywhere in any of your resources. So that's how the search thing works. It's great, and I encourage you to use it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next lesson.